Hello friends. So today India lost the first test match in Centurion by an inning and 32 runs. It was a thumping loss. South Africa simply steamrolled India. And once again, India's dream of winning a test series in South Africa has been shattered because it's a two-match series, and at the best India can try is to draw the series by winning the next test match in Johannesburg. So in today's episode, we are going to discuss exactly what went wrong, what were the three major reasons why India lost, what India could have done better, what were the few things which were positive for India in this series, and what they can do in the next test to win the next test match. However, before I start this video, I have a humble request. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. If this is the first time you are visiting my channel, you can watch my previous videos as well. You can like that as well. You can give me your valuable comment, your feedback. What do you think? Do you agree with my analysis, or do you have a different point of view? Because I would love to know what are your thoughts. What do you think why India lost against South Africa today? So please subscribe to my channel. It's a YouTube channel, and I cannot progress without your cooperation. I want you guys to support me. I want your support to keep on making these videos. Thank you. Great. So today, once again, it was a very disastrous performance by India. They lost against South Africa under 3 days against a bowling attack in which they were only Rabada was an experienced one. Berger was playing his first test match. Jansen was playing after a while, and of course Kohli has not played more than 10 test matches right now. So it was a very good opportunity for India to win a test match and win a test series in South Africa, but unfortunately it could not happen. In my point of view, there are three major reasons why this happened, and the reasons are first, pathetic captaincy by Rohit Sharma. Second is inexperienced batting lineup, and third is a very disastrous debut performance by Prasidh Krishna. So we are going to discuss each point one by one. So the first point is captaincy, Rohit Sharma's captaincy. See, if you look at India's team, there were a lot of youngsters who were part of this test match. Yashasvi Jaiswal, he was playing his second series. He played a couple of test matches in West Indies. Shubman Gill, although he has been around for a while, but he has not played that much of test matches that we can consider him an experienced player. Prasidh Krishna was making his debut against Siraj. Is a young player, although he has played a lot of test matches, and now he is a regular for Indian team. Not to mention that KL Rahul was playing his first test match as a wicket keeper, so he was in his own thought process. So it will not be wrong to say that India there were only three senior players: Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and Bumrah, who could, whom we can call senior, or someone who who can go and who can guide the team. Now, in such scenario, the role of captain is very important, because not only a captain has to motivate his bowlers, his players, his fielders on the field, okay, but even off the field, when during team talk, team discussion, whatever discussion is happening, he has to motivate them more. That motivation is very important, because it is not a big thing. It becomes very natural for youngsters to get demotivated if things are not going in their way, like the way it happened in this test match. And in that case, a captain has to come up and say, hey, don't worry, we have to play in this way, and then we will win. but there was no motivation whatsoever. There was no team talk. I mean, Rohit Sharma was very quiet. If you look at Indian fielders, they were very quiet. No cheering, no chirping around the batsman. There was no pressure whatsoever. Um, Compare the same with players under Virat Kohli. I mean, irrespective of whatever target they are defending, irrespective of whatever they have to score, Virat Kohli used to create that that energy, that passion, that attitude, aggression in the pitch, which in turn used to motivate others. I have seen young players playing their first, second Test match, playing much more than their potential, only because of that pep talk, that motivation. Uh, See, whenever you see your captain pumped up and taking taking bullet for you, or taking fight from opposition players because they have sledged you, it automatically it boosts you, it gives you additional motivation. That thing didn't happen with Rohit Sharma. He has a very forgettable test match. I mean, again, it is not surprising. People may say that Rohit Sharma has scored a lot of runs in last couple of years, including in Test match. But if you look at his performance in South Africa, it is very bad. It is he averages around 20 or 1 odd. And in this Test match, in first inning, he threw his wicket by trying to play a pull quite early in his inning. He got out, and in second he got a beautiful delivery. He could not make. He could not even open his account. While captaining, especially when India posted a decent total 255, Rohit Sharma's responsibility was to make sure that their bowlers are getting the best possible fielding. They're getting all kind of motivation. He's making the right kind of bowling changes. But shockingly, yesterday after lunch, before lunch, Siraj and Bumrah bowled beautifully well. They really created a lot of pressure, although they were not able to take wickets. As we all know that Dean Elgar is quite a tough nut to crack. He's quite similar to Alistair Cook, and such players, they don't give their wicket that easily. But again, both of them bowl beautifully. They swing the ball and make life miserable for all the South African batsmen. But after lunch, Rohit Sharma decided to start with Prasidh Krishna and Shardul Thakur. Now, Prasidh Krishna, he was playing his first Test match, and shockingly, if you look at his performance, I mean, since he recovered from a long injury in July, he has only played few T20s, couple of them against Ireland and couple of them against Australia last month. Apart from that, he has not played any competitive cricket, no Ranji, no domestic cricket, nothing whatsoever. And there was one tour match which he played, and he was pushed to play. And of course, logically, he was supposed to create a lot of trouble for South African batsmen because of his height and his hit the deck kind of bowling. However, potential is something else, and performance is a different thing. I mean, we will discuss about this later in the third point when we will discuss about Prasidh Krishna. But yeah, that was a very bad decision to start with Prasidh Krishna and Shardul Thakur, and that really opened the floodgates. They were not able to bowl the right line and length, and they gave a lot of runs. Prasidh Krishna in particular. Shardul Thakur, he was unlucky. I mean, he got a lot of edges which flew through the slip area, or even couple of times he hit the batsman, but there was no fielder in the short cover to catch that ball. But yeah, Prasidh Krishna simply gave a lot of runs. It just removed all the pressure. South Africa scored somewhere 145 runs in one session, and that really changed the complexion of the game. Uh, Later, once Rohit Sharma brought back Bumrah, he did the magic. He got 2 wickets, and uh, you know, India were kind of coming back into the game. So definitely, Rohit Sharma missed a lot of things. Like I said, his his field placement was very disappointing. I mean, Centurion was offering a lot of bounce. There was a lot of variable bounce. Then how come you have no short fielders at short cover or short leg? There was no fielder close catching fielders. There was no pressure on the batsman. Um, Even Marco Jansen, who is a decent enough all-rounder, I can say, who can bat a bit, but you have not put any pressure on him. As a result, they scored runs at well, and ended up scoring a very big score. To be very frank, it was not a kind of a pitch where a team can score 400 odd runs. It was not that kind of pitch. And the moment that thing happened, India just, there was no way India could have recovered after giving a 150, 160 odd runs lead. Also, the way Rohit Sharma utilized Ashwin was really baffling. Um, he gave him a few overs yesterday, and Ashwin was pretty economical. He was able to hold one end, and he was a bit unfortunate because one Elgar's Rahul dropped one catch of Dean Elgar, and one was drawn by Shubman Gill. So we all know that spinners like Ravichandran Ashwin, they need some time before they get settled and they can take wickets. And the way instead of giving so many overs to Prasidh Krishna, maybe he could have utilized Ashwin more. Maybe he could have asked him to hold ball from one end and just held one end, do not give a lot of runs, and let Seamer's ball from other end. His field placement, like I said, was very, very below average. No short covers, no no he was not proactive. He was not planning how to take wickets. Like for example, again, I'm going to give the same example. If you look at South Africa, they knew that Rohit Sharma is going to play a pull. So quite early, I mean, in fifth or sixth over, they kept a fielder in the at the right place, and Rohit Sharma ended up hitting that ball there. But that kind of captaincy was missing from Rohit Sharma. So really, it was very, very disappointing performance. Maybe he was still heartbroken because of what happened in World Cup final, or for that matter, when he was removed from the Mumbai Indians captaincy. But that cannot be an excuse. You need to be in the right frame of mind when you're captaining India. Also, the same kind of thing happened during the World Test Championship finals as well, where his captaincy was below average. So yeah, it was, in my point of view, the biggest reason why India lost. Second point is inexperienced batting lineup. So like I said, that Yashasvi Jaiswal was playing his second test match. Shubman Gill was playing on, again, although he is around from last couple of years, but he has not played a lot of test matches. And at number 3, it was his just second series. Shreyas Iyer again making a comeback from a very long time after being out from a very long time. KL Rahul playing as a wicket keeper. Prasidh Krishna is making his debut. So it again bring back the same discussion, same debate, which or the same point which I raised when India's team for South Africa was announced. And the point is, why you have not selected Pujara? I know people will say that his average is 30, 32. In last few years, he was not able to make runs and this and that. But again, people forget that irrespective of how many runs he was making, he used to ensure that he is holding one end, and not allowing South Africa or opposition bowlers to take wicket from one end. His innings in Australia, his innings in any country, even in England, were very valuable, and it ensured that other batsmen are able to play. I understand, and see again, if you wanted to make that kind of changes, you could have prepared in a better way. Uh, like you dropped. I understand that Rahane definitely was not performing for a very long time, and Pujara as well. But if you wanted to do that, maybe you could have done it in England series, which is a home series where youngsters like Jaiswal and Shubman Gill will be more comfortable, and you could have planned it in a better way. But trying these kind of things in South Africa was very very tough. Also, as a matter of fact, when you know that Shubman Gill and Jaiswal are going to play in Test match, why you have not asked them to play ODIs? When you ask them to play one day international, they can get that valuable experience because you know ODIs, Test match is nothing but just an extension of ODIs, and especially the kind of uh, pitch and the conditions were offered by South Africa in the ODIs, it would have been a apt preparation. But that was not done. Same thing could have been done with Prasidh Krishna. I mean, you could have tried it. Winning an ODI series was not that important, but winning this Test match was. You could have asked them to play against main South African bowlers rather than some B or C team of South Africa in that warm-up match, which was immaterial. It has no value because no team is going to provide you the right conditions in the warm-up matches. So that was a miss. Of course, having said that, this cannot be used as an excuse by these batsmen of not scoring runs. They should have prepared for this kind of test. If they thought that they're going to get very easy and bowling of their liking, then definitely they were living in fool's paradise. They should have expected that it's going to be very bouncy, very tough conditions, and they should have prepared accordingly. They should have put more efforts in playing the rising ball, in swinging balls, but that was missing. Especially if you talk about Shubman Gill and Rohit Sharma, Jaiswal, they threw their wicket in the first inning, which was very important at that time. If either of them would have played, even forget about how beautifully Rahul played, even something like what Kohli played, a 40s 50s run would have made a lot of difference. It would have also boosted their confidence. Even in second inning, it is shockingly that in a test match you end up missing a full length ball. Both Iyer and Shubman Gill, he was not able to play a full ball where he could have easily played it. He could have played a straight drive, but he tried to play it through to the mid wicket and he got out. So these are very very small things, but very important things when you talk about test matches. Definitely, this inexperience will come into the picture again in second test match, and it will be interesting to see how team management are going to take care of it because I have no confidence in Dravid as well. He is a very defensive captain. Coach. He does not have any new ideas, so I'm not sure how he is going to plan for the second test match. Coming to the third point, it was a disastrous debut for Prasidh Krishna. It reminds me the debut for Jaydev Unadukt, which happened again in 2010, I believe, in Centurion, where he was hammered by all the South African batsmen. He ended up giving a lot of runs and could not recover from that. It took around after 12, 13 years, he got an opportunity to play in a test match again for India last year against Bangladesh. Problem with Prasidh Krishna was that he has not played any kind of cricket. Ideally, if you were looking to include him in test matches, and when he was part of Indian cricket team in World Cup, after that you could have asked him to play some some practice matches, okay, where he has to bowl 10-15 overs, okay. Problem with Prasidh Krishna was that he was not match fit. He does not have enough matches, enough miles under his legs to play a test match against such a strong team. In my view, Mukesh Kumar or Avesh Khan, who played all the ODIs, and they look pretty good. Especially Avesh Khan, he was pretty amazing in the test matches. Took a lot of wickets in ODIs. He got 4 in the first, and I believe few in last test match, in last ODI as well. There could have been a better option to play. I understand that Prasidh Krishna has height advantage and he's a hit the deck bowler, but again, like I said, the performance and the realistic things are more important than potential, and the same thing happened. He was clueless. He was he was not bowling even 3 balls at the right place. After a couple of good balls, he used to bowl at pads, and he was going for a lot of runs. Everyone, even someone like Kohli, Kohli, who came to bat at number 10, at 9th, he smoked 6 to Prasidh Krishna. That's the kind of game he had. Again, it's a very tough debut, but yes, Prasidh Krishna has a lot of potential. I have seen him swing the ball a lot, and he has a lot of potential, but that potential needs proper guidance. He has to play few Ranji matches, a lot of domestic cricket to be ready for playing test matches again. In my view, in next test match, Indian team should drop Prasidh Krishna to, that's the minimum they can do, and they should bring back, they should give opportunity either to Avesh Khan or Mukesh Kumar. Again, going through who is performing better, they can pick one. The other change I'm sure they are going to do, irrespective of how Ashwin played, and that change will be to drop him and bring Ravindra Jadeja. See, playing Ravindra Jadeja definitely gives you an additional advantage of getting another left-handed batsman, as well as he's a pretty good fielder, and his bowling, he bowls decently well in previously. So that will be another change that India has to go ahead and do for the next test match. India has to think about how they are going to work upon their batting, because the way Rohit Sharma is struggling, and if Yashasvi Jaiswal is also not able to make runs, then definitely it is not in every match you will get a good inning, a decent inning from Rahul or Kohli. So that needs to be fixed. Talking about positives, the inning played by Kohli in second inning and Rahul was really amazing inning, especially the way Rahul played, because it was not an easy condition to bat on, and he has only tail-enders to bank upon, but he played an amazing inning and ensured that India got a decent total. Trust me, 245 was not a bad total on that kind of pitch in first inning, and if not for some pathetic bowling and pathetic captaincy, India would have got a good lead in first inning. That's all from me in today's video. I just hope that Indian management take this loss on their chins, and they come up with the right attitude to win the next test match, because it's forget about your team is shattered of winning a series in South Africa, but every loss is going to reduce your chances of playing in World Test Championship final. Like I said in my previous videos as well, unlike last 2 editions, this time India is not going to play the last series at home. The last series will be in Australia, a 5 test match series, and they have to maximize all other series. They have to take maximum points so that they don't have to depend a lot on the last series, because that can really be very tough to win test matches in Australia. So thank you very much for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel, and you have a great day ahead. Bye. Take care.